A grip. Grizzlies look to take charge at the FedEx Forum, and we're going to bring it to you live from Memphis, Tennessee. This is Kevin Harlan, joined at the broadcast table by Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And as always, we'll hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. And so for the Grizzlies, their last game, a loss to the Timberwolves. And Stan, it seems like the key matchup tonight is down inside in the paint.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. Expect this one to be really physical. If either team backs down, they can just get run over tonight, but I don't expect that to happen. It's going to be a slugfest.
We love those kind of games. They're a lot of fun.
You aren't kidding.
Oh, spacing the floor. Brooks is comfortable shooting it from deep.
And stolen by Eason. Grizzlies off to a quick start here. 6-point game. Pass to Nisi. Out to Henderson. 4 on the shot clock. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Rose looking around. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Here's George. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. So, Stan, let me take you back to the 95-96 NBA season. It was your first year as an NBA assistant. And, of course, the Bulls winning 72 games in that season. Unbelievable.
They were incredible, but one of my great memories in that season, the day of the trade deadline, we sent out 5 guys, brought in 5 new guys. We had to play the Bulls that night. Only one of those players made it in. We had only 8 guys available, some guys who had hardly played for us. Rex Chapman had an unbelievable game, and we beat Michael Jordan's Bulls on that night.
Oh, what a great story. Now, here's George. Over Eason. Not enough on that one as it misses.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
The Grizzlies shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. That free throw good from Eason. What a rise for Taylor Jenkins, working his way, Stan, from the G League, an assistant there to NBA assistant, and now to NBA head coach. Wow.
Wow is right, Kevin. And Taylor Jenkins, one of the best coaches in the NBA. This is a guy who just kept grinding and learning. I think sometimes coaches get too concerned about when they're going to get their opportunity. Taylor Jenkins was always concerned about being ready when his opportunity came.
I think you and I are alike. We root for the grinders, don't we? The guys that have really worked to climb that ladder.
I certainly do, Kevin.
Now here's Henderson. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Back to Kuminga. Eason gets a wide open look. And it's John Collins with the rebound.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
There's Kuminga, and it's blocked. Pass to LeVert. Back to George. There's a screen. Puts one up from 19. And that's good for 2.
A good ball handler with an advanced offensive repertoire. George is more than comfortable in the pick and roll.
And play stops. Whistling what looks to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Now here's Rose. Chalk up 2 there.
And as long as he retains that great explosion in his legs, Derrick Rose will be a factor around the rim.
Outside, Kuminga. And again, Memphis no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin. Bulls coach Billy Donovan keeps perspective. He says, I used to come back from a tough road loss, go straight to the office and pull an all-nighter, trying to figure out what went wrong. My highs were too high and my lows were too low. You have to realize so much of it is just luck, the breaks of life. Kevin?
That's right, D.A. We respect Billy Donovan as much as any coach in the NBA. But a good outlook there, you're right. Hey, thank you.
Already a gifted passer, Henderson has solid vision for such a young player.
Outside Rose. Outside for George. There's a screen by Collins. The shot by George, no good.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
Henderson outside. Johnson outside. For 3. He can't hit that time. At the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. Grizzlies lead by 1. 5. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And taking a look at the Grizzlies' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of communication between teammates. Great player movement, great ball movement.
And finished off by Collins.
Using his size inside, Collins refusing to settle for the layup and elects the dunk instead.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Both teams deciding to change it up. And so, LeVert will bring it up for Chicago. Trailing by 2. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Herter, no good. Johnson outside. Over Drummond. Stolen by Collins. Bogdanovich inside. At the elbow, it's Drummond. Kicks it out to Collins. Pass to LeVert. 5 on the clock. Right side, Kuminga. Here's Messi. Defended by Drummond. Now, here's Mitchell. Kuminga kicks it out to Mitchell. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. I think we have a beautiful game now.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Right wing, Kuminga with a wide open look. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Collins up top. In the corner, Herder with it. He's looking for Drummond and finds him. Collins wide open, he fires. And again, no good by Chicago. And the Grizzlies leading by 8. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Johnson in the corner. Herder with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. And here's the break. Pass to Drummond. Right side, Collins. Back to Drummond. It's deflected.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game. And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
Trying to get something going. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist.
Well, he knew the contact was coming. Drummond took it anyway and finished.
You know, Stan, I've always thought that your path, kind of like Billy Donovan's, going from the college game to the pro game, both enjoying success, very, very similar paths.
Except for one thing, Kevin. Billy could actually play. I couldn't. So, you know.
Well, you're not being fair to yourself now. Come on.
Billy was a great college player. And I think, Kevin, Billy Donovan's the most underrated coach in the NBA. This guy's a surefire Hall of Famer, back-to-back national titles in college, and then you look at the consistent success he has had in the NBA with teams. This guy is as good as anyone in the country, heck, anyone in the world coaching basketball.
Well said.
First team. Substitution on the court.
Memphis on defense. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Basket counts. George has got 9.
And with his strength, George is not your average swing player. He can get his in the paint.
43 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Mitchell left side. Inside. 6 to shoot. Good work there as it goes. Kuminga's got the lead up to 10 now for the Grizzlies. Outside for George. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Mitchell outside. Stolen by Rose. Jonathan Kuminga has been on display for the Grizzlies. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We come back right after this. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Bulls trailed by 10. Rose with the ball. Pass to Buzelis. Rebound by Smith.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. At this point in his career, Paul George says he's in bully mode. He said, every night I'm on the floor, I'm there to dominate. Whether it's being more physical or going right at whoever I got to go at, you're going to feel me. I'm having that approach every time. I'm there to destroy you. Kevin? Wow.
I love it, though, D.A. I got to admit it. Awful powerful. Thank you. Here's Henderson. Count it. Henderson's got his first bucket in this one.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Outside Rose. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Pass to Collins. Shot clock at 5. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Rebound by Smith.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
John Collins was a force in his first few years, Stan, but hasn't seemed to match that level of success since that time. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think there's a few reasons, Kevin. Number one, I just think it's a lot about opportunity. And he went from being the number 2 guy on a team to being the 3rd, 4th, even at times 5th guy on the floor. So he's not getting as much opportunity. He doesn't have as much opportunity to play some of his minutes as a center now. And that was always where he could get a quickness advantage. So even where he is now, though, this guy is a very good player and has gotten to the point he's underrated.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
With the teardrop. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Pass to George. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. George has got 11 points.
And George is a phenomenal catch-and-shoot player. Measuring the shot before receiving the pass, you can't guard that.
And it's Taylor Jenkins calling timeout here. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Now Henderson. He has 5. Out to Brooks. Latrey. LeVert grabs the miss. And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for the Chicago Bulls. 17-point game. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. It's stolen by Kuminga. Pass to Henderson. Hit by Kuminga. In the corner, Smith with it. And again, Memphis no good.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Back to George. And the rejection by Smith.
A relentless defender. Smith proving how disruptive he can be on that end.
It's stolen by Smith. And oh, here we go. Brooks got it. The fast break chance. Paul George with the steal. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. The shot by Buzelis. No good.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
Got that one up quick. He's got 13.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Rose in the post. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Pass to George. Just 3 to shoot. Over Brooks. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. George has got 13.
And definitely a shot George willing to take. His stroke makes it easy work for him.
Now here's Kuminga. And again, it's Memphis with a 3.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Right side Rose. With some arc. Stolen by Brooks. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
Coming onto the floor for the Grizzlies, number 24, Nas Reed.
Bulls trail by 21. Reed with the block.
Well, Reed really gets after it on defense. He's a big man that loves coming up with blocks.
Here's Henderson. Pass to Kuminga. And Kuminga throws it down.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Stan, isn't it terrific? We're seeing these great stars in the NBA extending their careers more than ever before.
We certainly are, Kevin, and it's great for the league. The league keeps getting younger, though. These guys come into the league earlier. But I think what players have learned, it's not even just the basketball part. It's the strength and conditioning. It's the nutrition. They've taken care of themselves better, and that allows them to last longer.
Here's Payne. Right side, Collins. It's tipped. And the league limiting players from making public trade demands. Which I guess makes sense. It's a big change from the past, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it saves franchises from being put in a tough spot. Keeps a player's trade value high, which helps the team they're leaving.
Here's Payne. Off target from outside.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
There's a screen by Achua. Over to the wing. Wallace right side. Pass to Reed. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. Payne looking around. Herter on the wing. Drummond a screen. Shot from free throw range. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Herter's got his first 2 points of the night.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from it.
It's Payne with the ball. He'll bring it up for Chicago. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Pass to Drummond. Back to Herter. Now Drummond. Drummond a screen to the paint. Takes it off the glass.
Well, if Drummond's going to score, the paint is where it's going to happen.
And the Grizzlies leading by 21. Picked by Reed. From the arc. Hits the three-point bomb. Reed got his first 3 points of the game.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
To the middle. Here's Achua.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Drills it from outside.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Mitchell outside. Here's Wallace. Pass to Reed. Kicks it out to Johnson. From the wing, it's Drummond with the rebound. 1:27 left to play in the final quarter.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Grizzlies.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jonathan Kuminga.
Well, as a coach, it's so fun to watch a player dominate the game offensively like he did in this one.
And the Grizzlies with possession here. And it's Wallace with the jam.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
Here's Achua. The dunk by Achua.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Herter on the wing. Over Johnson. Herter, no good. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really...